dare I say, a little bad blood between these two teams over the last couple years. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks in the Garden to take on Julius Randle and the New York Knicks in the first Knickerbocker strike. First, it's Randle inside. His left-handed teammate on the perimeter, R.J. Barrett, knocking down the three-pointer. The Knicks up by 23, running away with things. But it's the NBA. Everybody makes a run, especially when you got a guard as dynamic as DeJounte Murray, all over the place on defense, creating offense for himself and others. You saw the jam. Now you see the dish to Trae Young, who knocks down the three. And at the half, the Hawks had cut their deficit down to 8. In the third quarter, John Collins joining the defensive party. Up court to Trae Young with the finish. Now Randle looking to make a pass. Again, dare I say, some bad blood. He hits Young in the face. Young is down and would have to leave the game. But unlike in years past, Atlanta's got legit reinforcements. Obviously, you know about John Collins, but DeJounte Murray, so far so great as a Hawk. Right place, right time inside. And then more defense from Murray. He had 6 steals. DeJounte with the easy deuce. Hawks now up by 14 after trailing by 23. Young would make his return with some goggles, and he can still see. That time didn't have to look as he finds Clint Capella for the old alley-oop. And then another dish from Young, this time to DeJounte, who had a career-high 36 points, also had 9 assists to go along with those 6 steals. And it's Atlanta once again beating the Knicks in the Garden. 112-99 is your final. Yeah, I don't think enough conversation is being had about the play of DeJounte Murray thus far this season for the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta was a team that struggled throughout the season to make plays on defense. I go to a lot of Hawk games, so I see him up close and personal often. DeJounte Murray, look, this ain't going to make the Atlanta Hawks a lockdown defensive team. That's not what DeJounte is doing. But what he does do throughout a basketball game is make plays on defense. He is guaranteed to be in that top 5 in steals in the league pretty much every year. What does that allow you to do? Every game, if you're Atlanta and you go, and they do go through bad stretches. Like I said, I watch a lot of Hawk games live where Trae Young just don't got it for a quarter at a time. And pretty much the Atlanta offense doesn't have it when Trae doesn't have it. But what DeJounte is able to do is a couple times a game, and you've seen him against the Knicks have 6 steals. Obviously, you don't think he's going to average 6 steals on the season, but 2-3 times a game. What is DeJounte going to do? When your team needs it the most, he's going to come up with a takeaway. And if he gets the rock, there's not too many guards quicker than him, especially with the size that he's got at going up and down in transition, getting you an easy bucket. He's going to do that. So what does that mean? Atlanta's not going to go through those bad stretches like they used to, because you got a guy like DeJounte who can make plays on the defensive side of the court, get you some easy looks when the offense ain't flowing, when Trae Young's shot's not falling, when, you know, John Collins, Clint Capella, any of these guys are in foul trouble in and out of the lineup. DeJounte is a pivotal piece. He can take Trae off the basketball. You saw in that game right there, right? Young goes down with an injury. In years past for Atlanta, that's pretty much the end of that basketball game. Young goes down, face injury, got to get some glasses put on him, get bandaged up, all that great stuff. Guess what? DeJounte is more than capable of holding down the fort, because even though the Atlanta Hawks didn't have Trae in that game, in that second half for most of it, what DeJounte's got in Atlanta is still better than what he had in San Antonio. So I think DeJounte is flourishing in his role thus far, which is allowing Trae Young to get off to an even better start, because so much of the onus defensively has been taken off of his shoulders.